It may sound strange, but a very ordinary bowl of bedtime snack could be your strongest ally for easing dry, tired eyes, and waking with a clearer memory, especially if you worry about fading vision and that brain fog in the morning. I hear the same lines so often. I wake up with stinging eyes and a head that just won't switch on. Yes, age plays a part, but your eyes and brain can still be nourished and protected, starting with a very simple pre-sleep snack habit. I am Dr. Robert Ellis, and for 25 years, I have walked alongside older adults across America. Today, I'm going to show you 3 quiet factors that raise your risk and 5 nutrients and nightly habits that help your eyes and brain from the inside out. No gimmicks and no magic pills, just trustworthy nutrition and everyday foods you likely already have in your kitchen. By the end of this video, you'll have a 3-minute nightly ritual you can start tonight. Stay with me to get all 3 safety notes and 3 snack combinations tailored to your health needs. If this topic resonates with you, please subscribe, tap like, and comment "I start tonight" so we can begin this journey together. Hello, I'm Dr. Robert Ellis. For 2.5 decades, I have worked in the real, everyday stories of people in their 60s, 70s, even 80s and 90s. I do not just look at numbers on a paper. I listen to the quiet sighs in the morning when eyes feel a little raw, the furrowed brow trying to recall a neighbor's name, and the nights where sleep feels fragile. I have learned this. Our bodies are wise. Give them the right materials at the right shift, and they will repair, tend, and hand back gentler mornings. Have you ever found yourself sitting by the window with a warm cup of coffee, blinking hard so the print in the paper stops blurring? One of my patients, Martin, 68, in Ohio, told me, "Doctor, every morning I'm like a radio with a weak signal. It takes until 10 before I really tune in." We did not begin with a long prescription. We began with a small bowl of snack before bed. 3 weeks later, he shrugged and said, "It's like someone wiped the fog off my glasses." Before we dive into the details, let me name 3 quiet factors that raise the risk of tired eyes and slippery memory as the years go by. Not to alarm you, but to show you where gentle changes can help. First, oxidative stress. Picture your body like a cozy home. Over time, tiny sparks, free radicals, can scuff the paint and nick the wiring. Your eyes, especially the retina, and your brain are the most delicate rooms in that house. When the sparks pile up faster than your natural cleanup can keep pace, you feel it as quicker eye fatigue, slight blurriness, and that soft fog in your head. Second, sluggish microcirculation and low-grade inflammation. Sometimes blood pressure, blood sugar, and cholesterol, each just a little off, make the blood flow to the tiny vessels that feed your retina and neural tissue less smooth than it used to be. The result, eyes that dry more easily, a brain that tires sooner, and sleep that comes but doesn't sink deep. Third, evening habits. Late heavy meals, fried or sugary foods, and blue light from screens. These nudge blood sugar to swing, keep your stomach busy, and disrupt melatonin. Night is the body's repair shift. If that shift is noisy, the morning will feel heavy. Here is the good news. You do not need to overhaul your life. You need one small habit, a bowl of snack 30 to 45 minutes before bed with a small glass of water. And not exotic foods. I call this the night repair 5. Almonds, walnuts, blueberries, goji berries, and raisins. Each night, you choose any 3 of the 5 in modest portions. Walk with me, patiently without lectures, the way I talk with people in my clinic. We will weave stories with light, plain-spoken science, so the why feels as clear as the how. Walnuts. People laugh when I say, "This nut looks like a brain," and in a way, it feeds the brain. Walnuts provide omega-3 ALA. Think of it as healthy oil that keeps neuron membranes supple. When those membranes are well fed, signals pass more smoothly. You may notice sharper focus and fewer, what was her name again? Moments. For your eyes, omega-3s can gently ease inflammation and support the tear film, which can soothe dryness. One more perk. Walnuts naturally contain melatonin, the sleep clock hormone. Not a large dose, but enough to whisper to your body, "It is night now. Let's settle." 2 to 3 halves are a sweet spot for a nighttime snack. And if you like numbers, your brain is roughly 60% fat by dry weight. No surprise that the kind of oil you add tonight can influence how that engine turns over tomorrow morning. Almonds. I often call almonds a soft shield for the eyes and brain. Why? Vitamin A. These are gentle sentries that watch for the tiny sparks that can harm nervous tissue. Linda, 70, told me that after 3 weeks of 5 to 6 soaked almonds each night, "Doctor, I do not rub my eyes all morning anymore." A practical tip I always share: soak almonds for a few hours or overnight. The skin soften, tannins mellow, chewing is easier, and nutrients feel more unlocked. 5 to 6 almonds are enough. Our goal is to equip the night shift, not turn it into overtime. Blueberries. Those deep blue-purple gems are not just pretty. Their color is a clue. Anthocyanins, antioxidant compounds that love tiny blood vessels and tissues like the retina. In small studies with older adults, steady blueberry intake over several weeks has been linked with improvements in delayed recall and executive function. Evelyn, 74, loved a little sweet finish to her day. We swap 1 or 2 cookies for a third of a cup of thawed frozen blueberries. She laughed, still sweet, still joyful, but my head feels lighter. No fresh berries? Frozen is excellent. Unsweetened freeze-dried works too. Just remember a sip of water alongside. Goji berries. This is the brick many people forget in their eye care wall, and I want you to consider it. Goji berries are rich in zeaxanthin, a pigment that settles in the macula, the central area of your retina that lets you read, recognize faces, and see fine detail. Think of zeaxanthin as a soft filter against blue light and other stressors. One gentleman in California, who typed his journal on a laptop each night, said, "The glare bothers me." We added 1 tablespoon of unsweetened goji berries to his bowl 3 or 4 nights a week. A month later, he reported, "The screen feels gentler." A sincere reminder from a physician: if you take warfarin or other blood thinners, talk to your doctor before having goji berries regularly. There have been reports of interactions that change INR in some people. Raisins. Many people tell me, "Doctor, I still want a little sweetness at the end of the day." I do not take that joy away. I simply change the path so your body does not have to climb a steep blood sugar staircase. 1 teaspoon of raisins, no more, brings polyphenol that support the eyes and a lesser-known trace mineral, boron, which helps enzyme systems and may support neural signaling. Dan, 69, in Texas, traded 2 cookies for 1 teaspoon of raisins with 4 or 5 almonds. He smiled, "I still end the day on a sweet note, but my head feels lighter in the morning, and my stomach too." If you live with diabetes, the key is portion. Kept small and paired with fiber and a bit of protein from nuts, raisins are gentler than refined sweets. You can see there is no magic trick here. Just small, well-placed bricks at the right time. Now let's assemble them into a complete bedtime bowl. Light, practical, and easy to repeat. The best window is 30 to 45 minutes before bed. Too close to lights out and your stomach stays busy when you want to drift. Too early and you may feel hungry again. Have a modest glass of water, enough to support digestion and hydration without sending you to the bathroom all night. Choose 3 of the 5 foods and rotate them on different nights, so you get enough nourishment without too much sugar or calories. If you like a clear plan, here are 3 combinations many of my patients love. Deep sleep, clear morning, walnuts, almonds, blueberries. Omega-3s and a touch of melatonin from walnuts whisper, "It is time." Vitamin E from almonds shields delicate tissue. Anthocyanins from blueberries support microcirculation. Many describe the morning as "my mind snaps into gear sooner." Bright eyes, blue light filter. Goji berries, almonds, walnuts. Zeaxanthin settles into the macula like a gentle filter. Vitamin E steadies neural tissue. And good fats keep membranes healthy. If you read, use a computer, or do crafts in the evening, this is a fine fit. Sweet but steady. Almonds, blueberries, raisins. Just enough sweetness to satisfy, with almonds smoothing the blood sugar rise. Keep raisins at exactly 1 teaspoon. That is all you need. If you are wondering whether such small things are worth it, I invite you to a 21-night challenge. Set out a small bowl you enjoy. Write down the 3 combinations you plan to rotate. Keep a simple note by your bed. Each morning, mark 3 things. Rate your sleep out of 10, how your eyes feel upon waking, and how quickly your mind clicks in. After 21 nights, you will have your own answer. No persuasion needed. I promised 3 safety notes, and here they are so you can begin with confidence. First, if you have diabetes or pre-diabetes, emphasize almonds, walnuts, and blueberries. Keep raisins and goji berries to the small portions I described, and watch your personal blood sugar response. Every body has its own sensitivity, and your glucose log is your most honest feedback. Second, if you take warfarin or similar blood thinners, do not start regular goji berries without speaking to your clinician. Medicine has recorded cases where goji altered INR for some individuals. This is not to frighten you, only to respect the medicines you take. Third, if you have a sensitive stomach or reflux, keep the 30 to 45-minute window, small portions, chew slowly, and consider warm water instead of cold. If your teeth or gums are sensitive, soak your almonds and prefer fresh or frozen blueberries to sticky dried fruit. Understanding the why helps us stay consistent. So here is a gentle bit of science. Antioxidants like vitamin E, anthocyanins, and polyphenol are your quiet housekeepers, gathering up the sparks that can scuff membranes, proteins, and DNA. In the retina and brain, tissues with high metabolic demand, this cleanup crew matters even more. Omega-3 YLA is material that keeps neuron membranes flexible. Healthy membranes let signals glide. Zeaxanthin settles into the macula like a thin curtain, filtering harsh light. Boron supports enzyme systems linked to metabolism and may touch how neurons communicate. And melatonin, your sleep clock, when steady, lets the night be restful so your eyes and brain can repair. Let me share a few more stories, because we are human, and we remember through stories. Martin, the gentleman from earlier, after 3 weeks told me, "I did not magically remember everything like I did 30 years ago, doctor. But I stall less when I am speaking. We used walnuts, almonds, and blueberries." Evelyn was delighted to say, "I kept the sweetness I enjoy, but reading feels easier in the morning." For her, it was almonds, blueberries, and raisins, exactly 1 teaspoon. Another patient in California who does woodworking in the evening used to struggle with glare. "We added goji berries 3 nights a week. Much less glare," he said. "Best of all, my eyes do not burn when I turn off the lights." Do you see a bit of yourself in those stories? If you do, it might be time to try the 21-night experiment. Now, here's the 3-minute ritual you can start tonight. Simple, warm, and memorable. 1. Set a small bowl on the counter and write down the 3 combinations you will rotate. 2. 30 to 45 minutes before bed, measure the portions, almonds 5 to 6, soaked if you can, walnuts 2 to 3 halves, blueberries 1/3 to 1/2 cup fresh or frozen, goji berries 1 tablespoon unsweetened, raisins 1 teaspoon. 3. Pour a small glass of water or warm water. 4. Switch off screens afterward. Sit quietly for a minute, take 3 slow breaths, and think of 3 tiny things you are grateful for today. Then go to bed. This is not just about food. It is your way of telling your body, we are safe. We have enough. We can repair. A few common questions with quick answers. Do I need all 5 foods every night? No. Choose any 3 of the 5 and keep it fresh. Can I swap blueberries for strawberries or raspberries? Yes, when blueberries are not available. The compounds differ a bit, but they are still helpful antioxidant friends. Can I sip warm milk? If it helps you sleep, a small, low-sugar amount can be fine. Just do not turn your snack into a full meal. I'm trying to lose weight. Should I worry? Portions, as suggested, usually stay under 200 calories. For many, better sleep makes weight management easier. Before we close, let me open one last loop. If after 3 to 4 weeks your eyes feel less dry, your mornings start more smoothly, and your sleep grows calmer, what will you do with that energy? Make that phone call you an old friend? Pick up the book waiting on your shelf. Take a longer walk in the park. Health is not only a number. It is the doorway to moments that feel like living. I want you to have those moments. And I believe that starting tonight, with a small bowl of snack, you're giving your body the chance to do what it has always wanted to do. Take care of you. If this message speaks to you, please subscribe, tap like, and share this video with someone who could use gentler eyes and a calmer night tonight. Comment, "I start tonight," and I will be there cheering you on. I am Dr. Robert Ellis. Thank you for your time. In the next video, we will talk about evening habits to ease eye strain when using screens. Wishing you a peaceful night.